Hey guys, welcome back to a video. I wanted to hit something that has been driving me crazy that might be driving you crazy too. And this tip actually comes from a video I watched from Primal Outdoors, where the guy that runs that channel, Jason, was talking about how he plans his trips and where he's going to go. And I don't know about you, but that's been one of the things that's been really frustrating for me, even if you're trying to go to a camping spot, like to a normal camping spot, trying to find information. I've been looking on Google, I've been searching YouTube videos of locations, trying to find places to go. And one of the things that came up that seems really promising that I'm gonna actually try is using Google Earth in combination with something like Gaia GPS. I've been using Gaia GPS for the last few weeks. I've actually even paid for the subscription. It gives you offline maps, which the first time I went out, I didn't have that. And as soon as I ran out of cell coverage, basically I got a dot on a map, a blank map with nothing on it. So I had no road bearings, nothing. It was completely useless. Now I've since come to find out that Google Maps will allow you to download areas offline, which that's great. And Gaia GPS does the same thing. Gaia GPS gives you some ability to track some things and stuff like that, so I really like that as well. So the suggestion was use Google Earth to try to find your location and then kind of deep dive to figure out areas to search for. And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So I'm going to pull over here and I'll scroll out a little bit so you can just see, and I have a lot of different overlays turned on. So here I am on Southern California, and I'm going to try to basically check out a new area in the Sequoia National Forest that I haven't been to before that looks promising because of what I've seen on the map. So what I did to try to find this is I basically went into the area I wanted to go to, and I left the topographical stuff on, and you can actually shut it off if you come over here and you go to map style and you turn off different things. Actually, I'll just do clean for right now. Actually, that doesn't help me. See, it's a little bit weird to get used to the tool and what all these things do. So we'll turn off the photos for now. So what I'm going to do is I got to get my bearing, figure out where I'm at, where I want to go. And so Whitney, Kern Peak. So normally, okay, so here's part of the desert. So I'm scrolling in and I'm trying to find where I want to go. So I think it's a little bit easier if you don't have the satellite imagery on. I'm going to turn off 3D. Oh, sorry, it was on 3D, my bad. I want to turn off the satellite view and just get the areas so I can figure out where I'm at, right? So places. Oh, here we go. Turn on 3D buildings. Turn off grid lines. We'll turn off grid lines for now. Don't need animated clouds. And that looks like that will work for now. So what I'll do is, because now I'm kind of lost, right? I don't really know where I'm going, and I'm like, okay, I know the area. So I know the area I'm going to start as is the trail of 100, not 1,200 giants, right? Hit search. And in theory, that's going to fly us to Sequoia National Forest, where the trail of 100 giant trailhead is. Okay, so I'm going to stop this so it stops spinning, make it go straight up and down so I get my point of reference. So now I can scroll out and say, okay, I know where that is, and I know where I found earlier was back on this road a little bit farther off the Great Western Divide. And there's this area up here. This is normally where I come up from Lake Isabella off the M50. Then I hang this right, go down to M90. But what I want to try to do, what I was looking at the other day, is this area over here. And so I was looking at this and I'm like, this is interesting. So come down the road a little bit. There's this road here. It goes out, and then there's this meadow that looks really promising. And looks like there's a road that goes off here, and down into this thing. And when I started zooming in, it looks like, and see, and again, this is just a test. This is just to see if this is actually going to pan out for me, if I understand the tools enough to where I could make it work, right? That's really the key. And I see this area right here, and I'm thinking, you know what? If this is a dirt road, which I'm not entirely sure it is, however, when I get to Gaia GPS, I'll show you a different view. And this looks pretty promising, right? So what I'm going to do now is I pop over to Gaia GPS, which is a really cool thing, really cool map. And what I'll do is I'm going to turn off the satellite view so we just get the topo and the MVUV, which I can't remember what that stands for, but it gives you different roads. And I'm going to basically zoom into the same part. There is a way to get the GPS coordinates off of Google Earth. If you know a better way how to do that, let me know, because I had to like paste the lat, paste the longitude in to get it to work, and it wasn't a fun experience. So what I've been doing is just pulling up, and you can see these are some of the areas that I've already kind of explored. So it makes it a little bit easier because I kind of know where I'm going. So there's that Redwood Meadow Campground again. So I can follow this. If I zoom in, you'll see that this is M50 and this is the Great Divide Highway, which is M90. And we get back over to this area, Parker Pass, where I was talking about. Now you'll see on this one, because I have this MVUV overlay, which I can turn off, it makes these roads a little bit big, prominent, right? So we got a meadow here that we see, and I got this tagged as a potential camping spot. So I'm thinking that if I go to this location, this is where I'm gonna go. So the video that I'm gonna work on is taking an adventure up there, checking it out, see if it's actually a good spot, see if all of this stuff is starting to click with me, because I'm a little slow sometimes, and maybe this will be a good way to do it. Now, like I said, a lot of other people I think have said this. I did watch a video, and if I can find it, I'll put the link into it, from Primal Outdoors, where he talked about how he did it. He didn't use Gaia GPS, he used something different, but the premise was the same. And I thought the idea of using Google Earth was kind of interesting because it's different. Not different, but it's a tool I hadn't used. I mean, I'd used Google Maps before, and use satellite views, which you might be able to do the same thing. But Google Earth gives you a different way of to search in on things. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to head out there. If I'm lucky enough, I'm going to try to do this today. It's a little risky because it'll be towards the end of the night, and potentially could be problematic because I might not have a place to sleep. But if, I mean, worst case, there's other places I know in the area that I could try to park if I needed to, and I could just sleep in the back of the truck. So that is my idea, and hopefully this is going to work. And the one thing I'd like to ask is, if you are familiar with this, if you've done this before, and if you're like, oh, Duane, you are so wrong on this, leave a comment in the comment section below. If you've done a video or something, or you know of somebody who's done a video that explains this better, please leave a link on that too, because I would love to check it out. So, all right, thanks.